welcome to James Leslie's Express Lane, where I get you know as fast as possible. Mundane Matt is getting in on the BetterHelp bandwagon. I don't know what you want to call it, but Memology is the one who broke this open. Memology is the one who did the research. He's the one who found out all this shady stuff going on. Trying to get it out to the public is another matter. His videos are doing well. My video is doing well. Other people talking about it are doing well. Like, the more people who know about BetterHelp being a scam, the better. So, Mundane Matt talking about it might be a good thing. But here's the thing. I've not watched this video yet. So I'll have to wait and see what he does. Does he shill for it? Does he shit on it? Well, let's find out together.
Everyone, how's it going? Matt Jarbo here. I wanted to talk a little bit today about the whole BetterHelp situation and YouTube sponsorship as a whole. Now, I am in no way affiliated with BetterHelp.com. They have never
sounds like he's going to be defending it.
Contacted me. I first learned about them through watching people like Boogie and Philly D.
Ooh, is someone salty he didn't get the sponsorship like everyone else did and make more money?
And others who brought them up. And as soon as I started seeing BetterHelp pop up everywhere, my first thought was like, oh, this is probably going to turn into Candid 2.0, because that just inherently is the way these sort of things tend to play out. People go and look for the absolute worst about everything that comes along, and once they find it, they dwell on it. And we've seen this multiple times with multiple topics. And look, I'm not criticizing anyone directly. People can think what they want to think in this regard. Lord knows I caught a lot of shit over Candid, which actually did very much cause me to take a lot of pause in regards to how I view sponsorship offers that come my way. And believe me, there have been some doubt ones that have come down the pipeline that I've turned down simply because I'm like, I don't know, something about this doesn't seem right. So for those of you who don't know, the Candid...
This is the guy who pretty much held up his daughter going, please give me more money or she starves. So yeah, I don't believe that for a second.
Situation was 2 years ago. The AI on that was the main component of what they were creating, right? And a lot of YouTubers pimped it, a lot of YouTubers promoted it, and a lot of YouTubers made a lot of money off of this. And ultimately,
including
again, this is a business. This is our business. This is what we're doing. We're selling you guys, we're creating content and we're selling ad space on that content. The reason why there's so much backlash to it, and the reason why there's backlash with BetterHelp, is a lot to do with accountability and trustability. And when you watch content from someone who's a YouTuber, it's that right? It's that direct connection between the creator and the viewer. And if
case in point, BetterHelp went from we have 4 million users to no, we have 400,000, but they only have admittedly 2,000 counselors. 2,000 counselors. 10,000 people need help at once out of their 400,000. Looks like 8,000 people are not getting the service they paid for.
We're telling you something is good or legit, you want to believe that we've done our due diligence, because oftentimes in many of these spaces we're looked at as truth speakers, right? No, and that is something that many of us out there need to spend more time looking into, myself included. I'm not putting myself away from anything. I've taken sponsorship offers. That was that. And so Candid ultimately ended up, causing a split in certain areas with certain people. And then it had a fever pitch, it blew up. And then the next year they sold it to Uber, of all places. That was really weird. They sold it to Uber. I don't know why. I need to probably ask Bindu Reddy if she does know why, but that's not the point.
Money.
So you got BetterHelp. And you got sponsorships. Now, I realize that BetterHelp is a big thing right now, and a lot of people are not happy with the terms of service and how things are looking. And from what I've seen, it does feel like there's legalese there that is there to protect them, but it's just poorly worded. And I can't tell you one way or another if it's good or if it's bad. I have not used the service. I'm currently in therapy using my personal health insurance. So that's where I'm at. I do a face-to-face. I'm very happy with that. And I recommend it if you have the opportunity to seek a therapist or a counselor face to face, it's a lot better than someone who's on the phone. That's just my 2 cents on it. But that being said, there are a lot of people out there that like the idea of BetterHelp, and there are actually other
The idea of BetterHelp is actually a good one. We know you're busy. We know you don't always have the time. We know you may not have the best of insurance. So for $35 a week, oh, you're on break. You're on your phone like, man, I'm just having a really shitty day at work. This is going on. Da 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 da. Great idea. The concept is good. Kind of like giving school kids tablets instead of having them carry around 8, 10, 12 books that weigh 10 pounds apiece. The concept, the idea is good. The actuality of it, not so much. 2,000 counselors to now an admitted 400,000 people. Yeah, that doesn't work. And $35 a week, only if you pay for a year up front. If you don't do the year up front, it's more than that a week.
Other services that offer very similar things that you can get the same kind of service on, and I think it might actually be about the same price or even a little bit cheaper. So there are alternatives than just that. So anyway, look, that's all I'm going to say about that in regards to mental health. Outside of mental health is a very serious issue. It is one on YouTube that you do not want to fuck around with, and that is my only complaint in regards to this situation from what I've seen.
That's why so many people are pissed, because mental health is something you don't fuck around with, and yet BetterHelp is.
It is a very serious issue. It affects a lot of people and people who want to get help. And if there's questions about that help, if there's questions about that outlet, and it does come across as being skeevy or being underhanded, or they're going to use your data in terrible ways, I can see why there is a very, very, very big brouhaha surrounding this. And ultimately, yes, it does need to be thoroughly, thoroughly investigated. And while just as a quick side note to that, while Philip DeFranco has said he's going to go speak to the company and bring a journalist, I would like to see someone like Keemstar go with him to get that other side. That's what I want to see.
You mean someone who's not paid and bought by BetterHelp? That's actually a good idea. Phil DeFranco won't do that, but that's because Phil DeFranco is either A, partnered with them, B, has partial ownership in them, something. His Rogue Rocket is on every single one of these guys' BetterHelp videos because he's part of it. And of course, people are upsubbing from him, great. People are dropping their Patreon support, great. He still makes over $60,000 a month off of Patreon, but we'll have to wait and see. Special of that. Guys, you giving me enough money on Patreon, I'll be able to start my own news station. And use the money to start an ad agency. Then he then tags onto all these BetterHelp videos, so he gets a cut of every single one of them.
That's what I want to see. Send Keemstar in. Send somebody like that who's very anti-BetterHelp to
send Memology 101 in.
Go there, to take the tour together, to see the exact same things, to ask the questions in front of each other, to do it in a way that is going to bring the biggest and best response. That's anyway. Okay. Let's talk about sponsorships. Doing this as a full-time job is not the easiest thing on the planet, even though it does appear to be easy. It requires a lot of time sitting in front of your computer or wherever, and
that's the issue. A lot of these people turn this into a full-time job when it can't support their bills. Maybe at first it did. It's like, well, I'm making this much money. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to get this car that I can't afford. I'm going to get that house that I can currently afford. But if anything happens, like, oh, Flaggate, I'm going to be screwed.
And talking, and then it's a lot of time and energy spent exporting, and then you have to work on the tags and the titles and the descriptions, and each one plays into the algorithm that YouTube so deeply covets and keeps to themselves, and so you don't quite know if what you're going to do is going to do well, and then you're worried about demonetization, especially if this is your job. So then you're worried and you're paranoid about what to cover, and that causes more stress and more anxiety, and that's impacted me greatly. I'll be perfectly bluntly honest with you guys about that one. It has impacted me greatly. And I've talked about that before, so you're all.
This is why, unless you're making PewDiePie money or Markiplier money, this should be a hobby. Although Markiplier said on his Twitter that he needs a second job. But 80-20 on it being trolling. 80% pretty sure he's trolling. At least I hope he's trolling. But he's like, no, serious. I need to get a second job because ad revenue's down. But ad revenue always goes down in the summer.
Always trying to figure it out. And so the mental work that goes into doing this as a career is just exhausting. And so when you start, and keep in mind, 2016 was like the golden year for YouTube, right? Everyone was on top of the world, cloud nine in 2016. 2017 rolled around, adpocalypse hit. The adpocalypse, by the way, I just need to clarify this point. I have seen people say that it was caused by Candid. No, it was not caused by Candid. Uber's algorithm purchase did not impact everything. What happened with that essentially was at first the British government pulled advertising from YouTube because they found that ads were running on extremist content. Then the Wall Street Journal decided to target PewDiePie, as we learned through that particular hit piece. Then the Wall Street Journal, having had the claimed PewDiePie scalp, went back and wanted to find an offensive video that was running pre-roll ads, and they found that Chief Keef video that was running 3 pre-roll ads, and that's ultimately, and there's a couple of little things in there as well that caused YouTube to respond to the 216 companies that pulled out of YouTube and Google in that time frame, costing, and this is an estimation that I do not know if it's real or fake, but this is what I've heard, costing Google ultimately around $50 billion in lost revenue during that quarter, which is what caused YouTube to react, and bam, the adpocalypse began. And when the adpocalypse began,
and then they changed their ad revenue thing from 10,000 views to 1,000 subs, 4,000 hours watched. Which, some of the smaller channels, all right, I got 2,200 subs, but they do, like the animations, they do cute little 3-minute, 2-minute animated cartoons. Well, unless you get 1 billion views on that, you're not going to reach 4,000 hours. Which sucks because they can put out a lot of great content that takes time and effort. Like some of those things can take 3-4 months to get put together. For nothing. Although, like I said, do this for a hobby, not for a living. If you are monetized, great. Use that extra income to buy a green screen. Oh wait, DSP already has one. Use that content to buy a tripod. Oh wait, DSP already has one. Use that content to buy stuff to make your channel better, or oh hey, I can throw this at my phone bill because I made an extra $30 this month. Whatever, just if you make money off of YouTube, great, but don't pull DSP, don't pull Mundane Matt of the ad revenue doesn't go back up, I'm gonna lose my house, my daughter's gonna starve, everything will be gone. No. Unless you're making PewDiePie, Markiplier, or Jacksepticeye money, don't rely on YouTube. Have it be a hobby. Have it the extra income just be something, all right, I can throw it at this phone bill. I can buy a better camera, buy a tripod, buy a green screen. Use it for just shits and giggles money.
YouTubers who were comfortable from 2016, myself included, who thought this was going to be a better year, a banner year, growth, everything was better in 2016. Nobody was prepared for what happened. And so then you start getting these sponsorships. Now, these sponsorships come in, and these sponsorships usually come in through real shady-ass emails, and I do not like them. I hate the ones that I get, and I know people out there who do this will understand what I'm talking about. You get one from, like, a mobile game company, right? Now, I have been sponsored by Best Fiends Forever. They sponsored me in January of last year, so it's been almost 2 years. I played the game. I enjoyed the game. I liked working with them. It was a one-time deal, and that's that. And then since then, I started getting other offers. Some were offering me stuff like Super Mario Run, a sponsorship for Super Mario Run. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Nintendo's reaching out. That doesn't seem like something Nintendo would do. And then I look into it. It's not Nintendo. It's another company that promotes third-party apps that get you coins to use in Super Mario Run. It's a very shady, deceptive practice. Then what they do is they offer a large sum and they go, oh, what we're looking for are videos like these. And then they link you to other larger YouTubers that are selling you these products. And I get a lot of those. I mean, there was about a 2-week period where it was one a day of these types of companies. And I looked at them, I looked at these games, I looked at what they were selling, and I determined, no, I don't want to do that. I don't feel that this is right. I don't feel that this is a thing. And I also noticed, and again, as this was the adpocalypse moving into the real hardcore squeezing phase, we're talking August of last year when the yellow demonetization symbol first reared its ugly head. When that happened, when that whole thing came about, we started noticing, at least I started noticing, and some friends of mine have corroborated this, but not to the degree that I can talk about it. But they've said that they started noticing that these types of mobile game deals were more. It was shadier, and the amount of money was less and less and less. And that was because these sponsorship companies, they knew they had YouTubers by the balls. They knew that they could come in at a time when people are uncertain, they're anxious, they are worried, they're depressed, they don't know what's going on. YouTube isn't saying anything, YouTube isn't communicating, and everyone is losing their mind because the @Team YouTube account is one of the most woefully inefficient entities ever. If you can find their
video talking about himself for YouTube
Con 2018 panel, I don't know if they put it up online. Trust me when I say you will want to run your head through a wall. A bunch of us were there this last year, and we were all like, what? They are outright lying to people in person over this shit. I'm not even kidding you. Anyway, as this was happening, these companies were coming in, realizing that they could basically take advantage. And through desperation, people don't check. They don't look into the terms of service. They don't do all these things. And as a result of that, they take these deals because they're a business. They're trying to stay alive. They're trying to continue what they do, what they love to do. And they're trying to find a way that doesn't basically make them go to the audience with a handout saying,
this from the guy who practically held his daughter up crying, give me money or she starves. Right.
Money, please. You know, because trust me, even though I'll push a Patreon, others push Patreon, none of us like doing it. None of us like doing it. We all feel terrible doing it. We all hate the fact that it's become like that now. And so that's a big part of the problem is the way that it's been perceived. So then when people are starving, essentially, and they're desperate, here comes other companies like, well, BetterHelp. And I'm only using them as an example. Again, I do not know for certain. And so what it is they are trying to build a service that charges you upwards of $260 a month for unlimited use of this counseling service. And that something, again, depression, mental health, things that YouTubers can absolutely 100% believe in, and they can attest to, and they will tell you that it's real. They will tell you, and they're not lying to you when they say it. They're not lying to you when they say that they're anxious and stressed out because the way that the system works. It's not like running a business, a front-facing business where, you know, customers come and they go and you get a better idea for how things are. Everything's up in the air. It's all being juggled all the time. And they're trying to then be spreading themselves to different platforms in order to jump on the next thing, whether it's Snapchat or Instagram or WhatsApp or whatever. And then they're still trying to do their home place, which would be YouTube, and they get more and they get more and they get more worked down. So then here comes a company like BetterHelp offering
a ton of
what
money.
I can only imagine is a sizable amount of money,
like $200 per
for
person
promotion, right? And I
think it was said by Boogie, it was like $200 per person. Like, if 3 people sign up through you, that's $600 that goes to you, which is a hell of a chunk of change.
About it. They look at it, they say, this is promoting the benefit of mental health. This is promoting people getting help that they need. This is allowing me the opportunity to get the help that I need. This is good. This benefits everybody. So they promote it. And I think all is good. They get their money, the company gets their business, people get help. It's a solid symbiotic relationship where everyone benefits.
And then no one gets help because there's not enough
But then people
counselors.
look at that, as they should. I want to make that abundantly clear, as they should, and they start digging into it. Then questions arise. Questions about business parts of it arise. Questions
like, how do you handle 4 million people, now drop down to 400,000, once people call them out on the 4 million bullshit number? How do you handle that many with only 2,000 counselors? Well, that's why for just $400, you too can be a licensed counselor.
about how much money people make arise. Question about how much money people have made in affiliates have arise. And when those questions start to rear their ugly head, and not that they shouldn't be asked, by the way, but it's usually how they're presented, because oftentimes the people that ask those questions are doing it from a preponderance of guilt. They are approaching it from that perspective first, that the person who promoted the product is willfully and woefully and taking money and trying to hurt people. And that is being skeptical, and they should be skeptical of these products.
Well, the thing with Boogie's all, I don't handle that. I have a company, like I hired someone. They go, all right, here's the best deals. And they're the one who came to me with this. It's like, all right. So he doesn't have the issue of he has 30 emails a day to go through. No, a company goes through those emails. And they go, hey, here's what we think is best for you. And then he didn't do any research on it. Again, if he was handling it himself, dealing with 30 emails a day, trying to figure out which sponsorships to go with, okay, maybe you could say, all right, he didn't do due diligence. But no, he has a company that shifts through him. Then the company said, hey, check this one out. And he didn't do his due diligence. He just went, all right, sure, whatever.
Properties. They should be skeptical of these things. And I'm not trying to take a blame away from anyone here. I'm not trying to put blame on anyone. I'm merely saying that the cycle always finds a way to come back around. And so it is up to the YouTuber or the influencer, because that's what they're called, influencers, when getting approached over these properties, these products, to investigate, to look into, and to make sure that it is representative of their values and not just a quick cash grab. Because the
best part about the BetterHelp scam is when they go to sign up a YouTuber, they make sure there's a counselor or two waiting for them. It's like, all right, when this guy gets on, be there, be ready, listen to him, no matter what. Wow, this is a really great service. Guys, you should sign up for this. This is a great service. Every time I logged on, no matter what the time was, there was someone there ready to talk to me. Well, yeah, because they were trying to get you to promote it. So they made sure very well that there's always someone waiting for you. It's for the YouTubers, like the ones that use them, wow, this is actually a great service. Yeah, they got what the service is being offered as, a 24/7 counselor. Unfortunately, the only reasons they got that better service is because they're the ones that are going to be promoting it. Everyone else, sorry guys, you're SOL. We got 2,000 counselors for 400,000 people.
Cash grab. And trust me when I say this, the way they frame these emails, the way they frame it, it feels too good to be true, right? Because it really does appear to be too good to be true. It's do a video, X amount of money. That's it. Since we do videos anyway, it's just this, oh, yeah, no, I could do that, right? It's do that. I mean, that's essentially when I did Candid. That's what Candid was. Like, here, play with the app for a couple days, do a video, that's that, right? Talk about these key points, things like that. That's it. You're good. It was easy. It was easy. In retrospect, should have looked at it differently, 100%. I mean, that's how it is. And all I'm saying here is that when the people that are furious at those who have made videos about it, who have taken the money, I think there's more to the story on that person in regards to, then they're not just.
I don't think there's not a lot of backlash coming on to people who, like, all right, Boogie's getting some because obviously should have done his due diligence. But for the most part, it's not the Boogies that are getting shit on. It's Philip DeFranco. Because Philip DeFranco he's the rogue rocket. He's the guy behind the BetterHelp stuff. Like, he's the one doing this. He's the one who said, all right, go to that YouTuber, go to that YouTuber, don't go to him, go to her, go to him, go to him, don't go to her, go to him, don't go to him. Like, he's the one who, apparently, he's the mastermind behind all this. That's why Philip DeFranco is the one getting shit on.
Trying to shill a product that they don't believe in. I think because of the adpocalypse, and specifically this particular company and the services that it provides, because of how touchy that is, because of how so many people need it, and how stigmatized mental health is in our country, I think that they should have done more due diligence and looked into the terms of service. That's a problem, right? That's definitely a problem. I don't know if BetterHelp is good or if it's bad.
They're bad.
I can't tell you that I wouldn't have taken the sponsorship if they would have contacted me. It's been a tough year.
You would have.
Tough year and a half for a lot of people. I would have definitely done my due diligence.
Probably not.
I would have definitely looked into it a bit and read the terms of service and gone through everything.
Here's the thing, though. Before the memeology thing came out, what bad press was there? What negativity was around it? None. Before the memeology thing, if you Googled it, but like, wow, BetterHelp is such a great service. Here's all these 5-star reviews. It really wasn't until the memeology thing came out that, oh, hey, it turns out it's a scam. So, even if you did do your due diligence before the memeology thing, what would you have found? You would have found Phil DeFranco sponsoring it. Phil DeFranco saying, this is a great service. Phil DeFranco saying, use this service. It's a great service. You wouldn't have found too many negative things about it.
Because I learned my mistake from before. I learned from last time.
Excuses Boogie.
So,
even if he did do his due diligence.
I guess look at it like that as well. This is a learning situation for, I think, many people. And there are people out there that do believe in the product and they want to support it. And there's that too. I think the reason why these situations blow up the way that they do is because there are people out there that you know, it's not, I don't want to put it on people. I don't want to say people because I feel like that's putting blame. I don't want to put blame on anyone. I think there are people that are using the service, promoting it because they believe in it. And there are people out there that are questioning it and criticizing it because they don't believe in it, but they believe in the sanctity of everyone having the knowledge and having all of that. And I think that is good, by the way. I think that is very good.
Like
so I don't want to say there are people because I feel that's the wrong move. But what I feel like here is that this situation really does boil down to communication. It really does boil down to people talking about it, right? And it boils down to the company providing that and providing those kind of resources, providing those kind of answers. Like I said at the beginning of this, and I'm going to wrap this up because things have been going on for a while than I've wanted to. I would love it if when Philip DeFranco goes to BetterHelp and meets with them, and he's got a journalist with him. That's a third party. That's great. But someone like Keemstar should be there too.
I was like, who's going to be the third party?
Someone who has been very outspokenly against it should be there. Because I feel if both parties are there, that would keep everyone honest. And when it comes to this situation, when it comes to BetterHelp, when it comes to mental health and mental health stigma and the promotion of companies that are meant to benefit people and better benefit their
third-party journalist thing, who are they going to be? How are you going to prove they were there? How are you going to prove it's not someone paid off by Phil DeFranco? Like, oh yeah, they have the same last name as me, but I swear they're not related to me, dude. All right, yeah, it was a cousin. Yeah, I paid him 10 grand. And yeah, he did whatever I told him to do. But dude, I swear he was a third party. I can totally see that happening.
Mental health, that is what should be done. And if you're a YouTuber and you get sponsor offers, read the fine print. Don't jump at it right away because the money looks good. It's a mistake many of us make. It's a mistake many of us have done. But only we can be better. Only we can push it to be better. And I think that's on us. So anyway, those are just my thoughts on this one. I just wanted to put that out there. Again, a long ramble on this. I've been following this drama all week. And as a person who has my own set of mental health issues that I'm currently working through, and very happy that I'm working through and feeling like there's progress, I don't want to see anyone get run astray. I don't want to see anyone further pushed away from seeking the help, and I don't want to see bad things happen. So I just want to say that for the sake of everything, we should get one pro and one negative together in the same place at the same time. And that would be, I think, the best course of action. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on this one. I am curious to know what you guys think. Please let me know down in the comments, and I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. And remember that help does exist.
Just not through BetterHelp. Unless you're the YouTuber that they're trying to get to advertise for them because they don't have enough counselors.
It's there if you need it. Please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate. If you feel you need it, go and get it. There's always an option. Don't let it fester and don't let it eat at you. That's all. That's all. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.
It's just... I'm sorry, dude, but no. Just no. The whole point, watch Memology 101 videos, and you'll know that this is a scam. 2,000 counselors to 400,000 app users. Personally, 4 million and 4 people called them out on it. The 5-star reviews. Oh, they're all worded the same. They're all titled the same. They're all done exactly the same. Like they were bots or someone paid off to do. No, same guy to do 30, 40, 50, 100 5-star reviews. Then you get all the 1-star reviews of people who actually use the service. It's a scam. Don't use it, guys. Man, mental health, like, he admits that, no, mental health is a very serious thing. That's what's pissing me off so much about this. Like, I need help. I'm gonna use BetterHelp. And they took $2,000 out of my bank account. I now have overdraft fees. They told me $35 a week, and then they took $2,000 out. And now I'm overdraft. And now I don't have any money. And now I'm fighting with the bank. And now I'm even more depressed. And now I'm dead. Fuck. Felt the Frank for this shit. Fuck BetterHelp. Mundane Matt, watch Memology videos. Then you'll be able to give a better viewpoint on this. Memology 101. Watch him. Sub to him. Way better. As always, guys, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.